Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Empower Evolution podcast. I want to talk about the fact that the episode is called "Accessory in the Fire," where I had to deal with hardships, and I used to live a place where I came from a very toxic environment, and I didn't really have a great upbringing. My upbringing was really bad. I had a terrible upbringing, and I didn't come from a lovely home. My mom was very toxic. She was very out of control, domineering. Everything had to go her way. She's always liked to get on. She liked to get on people. She liked to get away with a lot of things that she does to other people. She liked to screw people over. She's not a very amazing person, I would say. Especially a person who would do something like that doesn't define them as a good person. So I know that over the year that that's not what she is. I mean, she may betray herself in the public to her friends or to her mother. I mean, her mother the same way. Was her name is Althea Tweeting, which is my grandmother. They're both have the same qualities. They're both not very good women. I mean, that's what they like to make it seem as it as in public. They like to portray themselves like they're good people, but behind closed doors they are very evil spirit Jezebel. I would say very, very much so. Yeah, they did a lot of terrible things. I mean, they're just those two type of people where um when they do something to you and when it's all done, um they'll act like tomorrow. They'll pretend like nothing never happens. Like, they'll go back to their normal life. Like it was just and that was just something that they could just brush off. Like it was just they could just sweep that under the rug. You know, the more stuff you have on your resume, I mean, that's something that you're gonna have to carry with you for the rest of your life because I mean, it documented it. I mean, I've seen what they did. There were other people who witnessed. I've seen what they did which is my brother and even myself. My little brother, he's very blind to it, blind by everything, including everything. He's blind by the fact that he still all these years he really truly believed that my mother is the amazing person. So you know, I feel sorry for my little brother because he is stuck in a place where he's so far gone. There's nothing I can do. I mean, why try to save somebody that they don't want to be saved? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I still love my little brother, but it just, I feel bad for him because he dealing with somebody that thinks that they were honest and they were telling the truth and never done anything wrong to anybody. And the fact that you can go on with your life and act like nothing happens and thinking that you don't gotta suffer any consequences or karma, which I truly believe in that. And yeah, cause me growing up, I didn't have a lot of friends. You know, I did have some friends along the way, but it wasn't like to the point where it was like one big full house of friends. I keep my circle small because you can't trust everybody, and you know, I had to maneuver. I had to navigate through life where there was a lot of time I was in bad situations. I would get into a lot of fights, and my behavior started to change over time because it became very disturbing because of a lot of things that was happening when I was in that house when I was living with my mom at the time, and what her best friend was doing to me, and what she did to me as well, what my mother did to me as well. So it's like a lot of things transpired to me to the point where I became very calculated, cold and calculated, and I just shut down and I withdraw. And the next thing happened was I became very nonchalant to the point where I don't feel anything anymore, to the point where I don't have any emotions. Uh, all of those feelings that I had, they went away. I don't feel anything anymore, and it became very dark and sinister. Where I just became a demon, and I just stopped caring. I just didn't care anymore. Cause when you gone through so much that you have gone through in your life, and it's been that long you've been going through it, it's just to the point where it's like there's no return when there's nothing nobody could do to save me or to get me to change anything because I'm not gonna change it. So yeah, I was just so deep into it. I was so far gone. And because all the stuff that was happening that I witnessed that I seen her do, and there was a lot of times where I even went to school, where she attacked me in front of the bus driver, and I went to school with a bloody nose because of that. Because she kept hitting my face, she kept punching my face, and to the point where it was just like, you know what, um, I got fed up over time, and I became very I saw developing anger issues. I saw developing depression. I saw developing PTSD. I saw developing suicide thoughts. I was battling my demons, and to the point where I don't even say I love you anymore. I stopped saying I love you to her uh, because I saw her and to see what kind of person she was. So I felt like she didn't deserve for me to tell her that I love her. So it got to the point where we became rivals. There was a lot of times where I would tell other people about um she may look at it like I was bad mouthing to her about her, but at the end of the day though, whatever I told other people, I told the truth about her. And she didn't like that and it got back to her. So that's what she was really upset about. And so whether she was upset or not, I don't care. It doesn't bother me no more. I mean, I felt very emotionless. The feeling and the love I kind of gave up on, and all of that just went away because of all the stuff that was happening at the time. And I even ended up in the institution. There were a lot of times when I ran away from home, and I ran all the way to my grandmother's house. But don't get it twisted. Uh, at the time, I really thought my grandmother was a totally different person. I really thought she was a stand up. And I really thought she was a stand up, good individual. I really thought that she was um, amazing and wonderful, and all these things that I really thought, those feelings that I had for her in the beginning. Mm, and now it's just like I don't know anymore. Now it's just like at one point in time she was all these things, and now it's just like not so much of that anymore because it's not that anymore. She was at one point, once upon a time she was, but now my feelings have changed. And once I saw for what kind of person she was, she knew all that stuff that I went through with my mother, and then she turned around and did the same thing. And it got to the point where it's like, yeah, the, you blew it. It got to the point like you blew it. Nah, I mean it's cool till it ain't. So that's what it was for me. It wasn't like that no more. I didn't think about her that way anymore until I I realized that she only used me for the source of supply for her own financial gain. At the end of the day, she only wanted me for my money. She was just looking for a come up. And I remember the time she touched me so aggressively, talking about she gonna take me to court for Social Security disability that I had. And I'm like, yo, this woman has no consideration, not for me and my well-being, me as a person. First of all, you knew I had disability in both ears. You knew I was deaf and I was hard of hearing. And then you over here trying to take me to court for my Social Security. You can't do that. You can't get that money. You're not entitled to that. All this money you was bragging to me when I was at your house. Why you not using your own money? Why you wouldn't be texting me and calling me asking me for money if you had all this money that you say you had? I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. So I'm not gonna be out here in the world feeling need that I need to lie about you. At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell the truth about you, and I'm definitely gonna tell the truth about my mother as well. I don't need to feel the need that I need to talk shit about neither one of you. This is not me talking shit about neither one of you. This is just me stating facts about both of you. If you think my truth is childish or my truth is opinion, you know what I mean? You're entitled to that. I mean, they're entitled to it. They can say what they how they want to feel about it, but at the end of the day, my truth is not childish or an opinion. It can be an opinion if it's based on a lot of things that I witnessed, that I've seen both of you do in person.